Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mekayeel Hasan. Today we have got two people here who are very close to me, Chitra and Darifia. These two have been my friends since a very long time and we are still in contact. Currently I'm not in Shillong, but yes, we are connecting today to discuss on a very important topic and which is the ongoing topic actually. It is about Corona and how to deal with the situations mostly for people who are currently in self isolation or undergoing quarantine and are having been forced to stay alone for a longer period of time. So we all know that we have been facing this difficult situation from a very long time. So we thought that we could have a good discussion on this as to how we can cope up with the situations, negative situations which are coming up in front of us. So first of all, I would like to welcome Darifia and Chitra to this episode of ours. And we would like to start from here by asking that both of you are in Shillong, Darifia and Chitra. So currently, you can just start by sharing with us that how are you coping up with the situation as in Shillong also total lockdown is there and you all are working from home there. So please share with us very shortly, very briefly, how you are currently going on with your lockdown days once again like last year.
Yeah, hello Mikhail. It's good to connect to you and Chitra always. And it's nice that we have come up with this. At least maybe with this video we can help somebody smile, somebody laugh. I'm sure it's going to be a mixture of both. All right, we will not keep it very serious or something like that.
Yes, yes.
So I just wish we could uninstall 2020. This virus is killing everyone, mentally, physically, everything. So I just hope we could uninstall it again and then move back to our pre-pandemic life. Of course, I am working from home, working from office, both ways. Whenever we have to go, we go. Whenever we have to work from home, we're working from home. But yeah, moving on, coping with life. We cannot complain much because we cannot do anything much about it. So I'm trying to adjust to the virus, adjust to its norms and everything, adjust, adhering to all the protocols and then keeping myself safe and keeping myself happy and jolly as much as I can. So connecting with friends like you every time and then, FaceTiming and like that. That's how I keep motivating myself every day.
That's great, Darifia. So we hope that you are having a good time. And yes, we'll be looking forward to your suggestions as well as to how people can deal with their loneliness. So now let us move to Chitra. It's really good to see you again with me on the screen. So please tell us how are you working from home and how are you dealing up with the situation currently?
Uh, Thank you, Mikhail, for inviting me here today to share my views during this very critical time of the COVID-19 pandemic, along with Darifia. So, as you asked me that how I'm dealing with the present situation, I see a lot of people talking about how grateful we should have been to the year 2019. That was really a nice year for everyone, and after that, how things have changed. So myself being in the the power sector, I have been working continuously even from office during this time. So so most of my stay during this journey has been working from office, and because the situation is now going hard, so we have also restricted to working from home for some time. So I feel that during this period, following proper norms, abiding by the COVID-19 appropriate behavior, and then keeping your mind diverted in some way or the other, because I feel that during the last year, even though the cases were less, we were more scared. And the year passed by. I think this 1 year gave me an experience of how to deal with it, and how to keep, rather than letting the year go by just like that. Like, you can plan something, make it useful, and of course at this point of time, as Darifia said, connecting with people, connecting with friends, and motivating each other, and trying to fight this together is something I feel is very important, and that is something which I'm trying myself. Yes.
Okay, that's really great, Chitra. Thank you. You really said it nicely that, like both of you, you said the correct thing that we have to keep ourselves busy and diverted with the positivity around us. Now, let us take ahead the discussion. I would like to start here by adding my point. As I said in the beginning, that this video is for mainly for those people who are currently staying alone in their quarantine or are following the self isolation protocol after being tested positive or after being in contact with the high risk people who are already positive. So first of all, my suggestion means, if I would have been in that situation, what would I do is that I would have divided my time, my daily routine in such a way that I am always busy. I'm not getting time to think as to what is happening around, or not allowing negativity inside my mind. I would start believing that this is not a different phase of my life, but only a different, a very short span of time which I am getting for myself. I would be training my mind that yes, I would be making full use of this time by making things good for me, which I couldn't do in my earlier days when I was very busy. I would connect to my, for example, every one of us will be having a lot of friends with us, and obviously five to six of them will be with whom we can connect on a daily basis. Obviously, there'll be people who are always not free to talk to us, but yes, there'll be people who will be willing to talk to us, knowing that we are in certain situation. We can certainly spend our time very diligently and very judiciously, even while under quarantine or self isolation. One example is that here we can pick up any of our hobbies. For example, you can see in the background of two of our windows, we have got guitar. I don't know how to play a guitar, but certainly I believe that people who are in self quarantine or self isolation, some of you might be able to play a guitar, or you must be having some kind of hobby which you were not pursuing from a long time. So this is the time when you should get back to it and then continue doing that. So this is the first suggestion from my side to all the people who are under self isolation, that this is one way that we can utilize it very effectively, that by practicing one of our hobbies, or by involving in one of our hobbies once again which we stopped continuing with it. So let us now move to the second round of suggestions. So Darifia, please tell us what else can be done. There are many things, we will be discussing many things as what else can be done. Like I said that we can, once we are in self isolation, we can get back to our hobbies of writing or playing guitar or writing stories or things like that. What else can we do, Darifia?
I think, Mikhail, the most important thing that we need to do is, we have to change our mindset. It is not like we are affected by something very dangerous which cannot be cured. Okay, it's just a shift in our lifestyle. Okay, not a permanent mark in our life. Okay, this will get away. So we have to understand that, maybe it will just take 14 to 15 days to get cured, and then we'll be back to normal life. So we have to change that mindset. We have to also understand that, that anybody can be affected by this. It could be me, it could be you, it could be anybody. So the more we try to accept, the more we try to motivate ourselves, the more we try to keep ourselves happy, that's how we are able to boost our immunity. Because the more you smile, the more you live an exuberant life, you see, that's how you are able to live up. That's how you'll be able to move ahead. That's how you'll be able to accept yourself more. So the more you change your mindset from this disease, I don't call it a disease, I call it like a short term shift in lifestyle, you see. So accept it and then move ahead. That's
Very true, Darifia. You said that we have to have a positive outlook. This is just a change in our lifestyle, and that too a temporary change. But yes, we have to have a very strong mind to do that. And I feel that with continuous training to our mind, people will be able to have a positive outlook sooner or later. And let us hope that this thing gets ingrained as soon as possible, because we can see that many people are having a tough time dealing with it. And this is the one of the main reasons that today we have come together discussing this. So we will see ahead with Chitra. What do you suggest to people who are under self quarantine or self isolation?
So thank you for the question. Yeah, I think during this time, like first of all, as you told that developing a habit will help everyone to get engaged. And then as the IFA was saying that
Very rightly said, Chitra. Like you said, that we have to give ourselves time, which we had been thinking to give, but not being able to due to our daily schedules and due to our busy routine which we were following. So yes, this is the correct time. I would also like to suggest and add here one point that this is the time when we have to introspect and think regarding our previous days when we were very busy, and we would always say that this is not the life which we wanted. So this might be the juncture and this might be the point when you can certainly decide as to what you have to do, whether you want the same life which you had before, or you can have something different, and whether you what you were doing was the correct thing which you were doing, or you can do something else. So this is the rightly said, Chitra, this is the very important period of your life when you can decide to be a turning point for your coming days. So please think carefully and diligently, and don't get involved in the negative news, whichever messages or news which is coming into your mobile phones. Please try to stay away from that and only focus on the important news or your friends and family, and speak to people, like Chitra said, speak to people only who are giving you positivity.
Alright, so a lot have been spoken about, motivating others. So how do you motivate yourself? Let me ask you both this question. So Chitra, how do you motivate yourself?
Thank you, Darifia. I think this is one of the most important thing that we should think about at this time, because even though we are infected with the virus or not, or even we are under home isolation, because as we understand that this is a very critical time where you have to keep yourself engaged. So in my case, what I do is, like I feel like I always wanted to go to the gym. So now since lockdown is prevailing, so there is no other thing that I can go. I cannot go to the gym, and I must respect whatever is going on to stop the virus. So what I do is every morning I wake up, I do a workout of around 1 hour to 1.5 hour, and after that I continue with my work. And when my work gets over, maybe at 5:30, I spend more time at home, talking, and then I get in touch with my friends through message and all this. What I'm basically doing actually is I'm trying to avoid the news, because what I understand is, we see that there is so much of information, but there is so much of negativity also.
All
Reliable
right,
source,
that is fine.
going by the reliable source, we can understand, like, what we want to know, we can just follow some websites or some particular reliable source. But then if we follow and we try to calculate everything that is coming to us, then that can lead to a very negative impact. So I'm just being very much cautious about that. And then I always take inspiration watching some motivational videos, watching their speeches, because uh, just like to quote an example, I have seen, there was one, I forgot the name, very famous person who get to arms. Still is one of the most influential speakers that people follow. So I think just I take cue from some speakers, and they can do some things. This is some example for me also, that I can take in like what is someone maybe reading, exercising, all those things. Then I try to develop myself, so that at the end of it, I don't because someone is depressed, but someone with an improved version of myself. So that is how I'm trying to motivate myself.
Yeah, and I'm sure that guitar behind you also really helps you in motivating yourself.
Yeah, that is one of the thing which I really want to learn, but then I have understood something, that if we target many things at the same time, like suppose if I want to read, if I want to do the guitar, if I want to do exercise, means everything, if I try to do at once, then it is very difficult. So maybe one step at a time, and then counting on that personal improvement is something which I'm trying these days, and I think it is going on well. So that is one thing. So guitar is something which is going to come next, maybe.
Yeah, I can see a similar guitar behind Mekayeel also. So did you gift each other one?
No, no, no. That guitar is actually not mine, but of my better half, and it's a fact that I don't know how to play a guitar. But yes, I'm planning to learn it as soon as possible. Leaving that behind, I would like to add here that how I motivate myself. I would like to say here that motivating oneself has been a very important part of my life, and especially during my school days, I remember that it was that time that I required such motivation. But for now, I certainly spend some time in making videos, since I'm interested in spreading good messages to our society, and then trying to make some kind of change. So whenever I make some kind of video and I get good response from those videos, like even today we are trying to hit one important topic here by trying to create an awareness that yes, positivity is the thing which will make this journey of the self-isolated people an easier one. So these are all the things which I do to motivate myself, and I believe that all of us we will have certainly a lot of things in a daily schedule that can motivate us.
I would just like to add on that when we are talking about this period of homestay, like where you're working from home, it is always said that it takes 21 days to develop a habit. Maybe we all can try that. If there is something which you really
Yeah.
want to do it and you can stick to it for 21 days, then maybe we can do something fruitful during this period. And then, as Mikhail has said, that we should do something like he's trying to do something which can bring about a change. I think this is something which I appreciate very much, because many a times we are ready to criticize people, like he has all the assets and wealth but he is not doing anything, even at celebrities and other people. But I think what really matters is that even at our end, if we are able to help even a very few people, maybe one or two people, through whatever possible means that we can, I think that will create an impact, that will make you feel good, and I think that will make you feel like you have contributed something. So I think those small changes, if people start thinking on a cumulative basis, I think this will bring out something good for everyone.
Exactly, exactly. Even I know of a few organizations who help out people, in such difficult times, because many people have lost their jobs. It's difficult to feed everyone. The government also cannot reach to everyone out there. So I'm happy that these organizations are coming up and reaching the reach. So it's good to see a few.
Let us be prepared for that, the people who are not yet affected, and don't let the negativity get into your mind once you test positive. Because recently I read a news that one girl who was only 20 or 30 years of age, when she realized that her test of RT-PCR is positive, she was unable to take that pressure and she had a heart attack actually. So we have to be prepared if we are getting affected. So first of all, like Darifia said, we have to follow the norms of the laid down protocols by ICMR or government protocols. We have to self isolate and start our medicine. We have to keep ourselves motivated all the while, and we have to make sure that we don't get the feeling on top of our head and let it affect our body and mind as well. So we have to be really really positive about it, that yes, we can be affected, but certainly we will overcome the phase and get back to
I would like to add that besides everything, what we should also realize is that previously what was the thinking is that those people with comorbidities, was above a particular age, more likely to get infected. But nowadays, it is not such the case. Like even those very young, as you have pointed out, are suffering from it. So first of all, we should realize that it is not that you feel strong that the virus will not affect you. So you should take all the measures in the first place to ensure that you are safe, and then you are not spreading it to someone who may be more prone to the virus. So that is something we should be careful. And then once you're infected with the virus, I think besides following the appropriate norm, your nutritional intake according to the prescribed policies, what you should also be careful at this time is, I feel, we have been hearing about various infections that is coming up in one form or the other. So we should be very careful that we do not self-medicate ourselves. If suppose there is a particular medicine that is being taken in some parts of the country, so it has been just taken for granted that that is being used as a treatment for the virus without actually understanding what may be the pros and cons of the virus. So we have to be first very careful what we are doing it, so that even after you recover, there's no adverse effect. So what you do and what you take, you should have a very clear idea. If you have someone, if you know a doctor, or if you are undergoing treatment, you should follow as per that strictly.
Yes, and I also would like to add here that, please get your vaccines. It is very, very important. Okay, even though if you have to play the fastest finger first game, please do it. Book your slots and get your vaccine done. All right, because one day or the other you have to get it. So the earlier the better.
Yes, it's because I have also been studying for myself, and just to share the information with my maybe family members and those I know, that people have been very much scared that what can be the effects of vaccine. They are very scared, And then some are even worried that there are different types of vaccines, so maybe a particular type of vaccine is only available in your place, so that may not be very much efficient and it may impact you. But I feel what as the overall research and everything says is that having it is more safe, because it can stop you from having the severe symptoms. It can avoid the fatality related issues. So whatever, as Darifia said, if you're getting the vaccines, you should get yourself vaccinated, and then that will at least make yourself safe and even less chances of spreading it to the other people.
Yeah, messages do really play an important role, because you see, we believe, that the information comes from all sources, and now with technology expanding its wings, you see, so we get information through various sources. So it's up to us what to believe and what to not believe. So you see, when you get such messages, if you feel that it really takes away all your energy, then why spend your energy on it? Simply, what you do, you have the authority to delete it, and then just shut it down. Or like Chitra said earlier also, stay away from all such news that gives you a mental breakdown. So like I even like what I do is I stay away from it, and then I try to read only such things which motivates me, and which keeps me happy and makes me smiling and makes me laugh. So that is what I do.
Yes, very right. Even I would like to add on that during this time that messages or internet or your television can be very much useful, as well it can be have a very bad effect also. Like for example, if I'm saying you that yesterday in the last 24 hours there were around suppose 1200 cases in Meghalaya, and 20 people died or 30 people died. But again, if I say you again in the same way that in last day in Meghalaya there were around suppose 2000 people who have recovered. So you can take both the ways. Like if you see from the recovery point of view, you can always motivate yourself, you can think that it is fine.
Yes.
But if you see from the cases and the death point of view, it will lead to your anxiety, stress. So what we choose presently from the available platform is something which is very important, because and that also we should understand, because if we share something without thinking, without being sensible, it can have a much greater impact negatively on someone than we can really imagine.
Yes, and for people who are under self isolation, I feel that, like you said, the recovery rate is more important than the people who are getting positive, because they are the ones who are already positive. So now they have to look forward as to how many people are getting recovered and what is the possibility. So obviously, this is the very good thing which Chitra has said, that we have to focus on the recovery rate rather than the positivity rate. So I hope that you will be a little bit more positive from today after watching this video. And lastly, I would like to ask Chitra and Darifia one last message that you would like to share with the people who are watching this video. For all of them, what can you say as your last concluding message?
Okay, I would quote a quote from Swami Vivekananda.
I'd like to end by quoting a famous quote of Swami Vivekananda, which he says, all power is within you. So it is up to you to decide what is best for you. You see, we may feel lonely at times, we may feel disheartened at times, but it is only you who can convince yourself. Okay, your friends and family will definitely be there, but it is only you who can keep motivating yourself and keep up your willpower. So the power is with you, so choose well and stay home, stay safe.
So stay motivated, stay positive, do what you love, and keep smiling, keep living life. Okay, this is just a shift in lifestyle, not in your life. We will all come out of this, and we will again live our pre-pandemic lives again.
Yeah, very true. Thank you, Darifia. Chitra, please share your concluding message for today.
Just to conclude today's wonderful session with both of you, what I would like to say is that those who are infected with the virus already, you stay strong, follow the protocols, and I'm sure, like many others, you will get through it. And even myself counting, like if any day same thing happens, then I shall follow all the norms and then get out of it strong than ever maybe. And for those who are following the protocols and who are here, who are not infected rather, I say them that be careful every time. Only go out when there is a need, because it might be a risk not only to you but to everyone around you. So be very careful with that. Follow the smaller details, protocols that is issued by the health department. And then finally, I feel at the end of everything, we will come out more stronger. We will appreciate the smaller things that is around us. And then again, it is rightly said that it might be stormy now, but the rain doesn't last forever. So I would like to say everyone to stay safe, take care, and we will all get through it.
That's a superb message from both of you, Chitra and Darifia. I'm really glad that I called both of you. So thank you so much for joining us here. And it has been really a great video. And before concluding, I would also like to give a short message to the people who are under self-isolation today that certainly you'll be having a set of people who are there with you always, who have been there with you always. Maybe they are in your family, maybe your parents or your sister, brother, or anyone, maybe your wife, your son, your daughter. Please connect with them, and if you were not in contact with them, please start connecting with them on a daily basis or on an hourly basis. And please take care of yourself, eat well, eat fresh, and please be positive that yes, you'll be coming back, like Chitra said, stronger than ever. So thank you so much once again, Chitra and Darifia, for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mikhail. Thank you,
So
Darifia.
it has been
Thank
really
you.
great interacting with both of you. There were some technical glitches in between, but I hope we have been able to cover, if not all, some major points at least. And I hope that this video will give some kind of positivity to the people who are under self-isolation. And please know that we are all with you. Please reach out to us if you need any kind of suggestions, comment section.